The NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to...
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though. They trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
A man who was both a prep and collegiate star here in the Lone Star State, Devon Achane. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. From the gun, it's Tua. Pass complete as Akama with it. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
7 yards there and a first down. Looking to pass. Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Texans' 27-yard line.
Back to the ground, Achane. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Stop made by Smoke Monday. This a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Achane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Texans sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And defensively here, it's hard to overlook the fact that this is an offense that's dead last in the NFL in rushing. So this back seven's going to be tested. Heck, might be more of a back 8. No doubt about that. And they surrender the catch here and the first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38. Stroud. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 31, here's 2nd down and 3. As Stroud now to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. 7 yards there and a first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Here now, 2nd and 4. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And they'll get him down right around the 16. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. That is caught. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Stroud sets up the play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Phillips in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Following the sack, they go from the 13 on 3rd and goal. Stroud looking to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So Miami coming out for their second drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll dump this off to Achane. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. This one thrown underneath to Achane. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now 2nd and 5. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. The Dolphins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. Tua sets up to pass it. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has. Percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And here's a very low-line drive. Almost whiffed on it. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Stroud to throw it. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Quick throw by Stroud, complete out wide. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Great job of tackling there to prevent the first down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
Here's Hill on the return. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They're trying to get back on track following the loss to Buffalo a week ago. But the good news, they've got the lead right now here in the football 1st and 10. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Tua now on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. 2nd and 10. Achane on the counter. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that went off the mark. A little late with the throw. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Now 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Stroud. Throwing right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
At the 30-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Here's Stroud. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Second and a couple.
Second and 2 at the 11-yard line.
Now Stroud. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The throwing again is Stroud. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
The second down throw now from Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. From 8 yards out, and the Texans have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 10-7. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. Give every member of that unit a ton of credit for ripping off such a big gain there, because you don't get free for that many yards on a counter or misdirection without everybody selling the heck out of it.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And Hill is going to have a Dolphins first down as the tackle made up at the 48-yard line. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 2nd down and 4. Now Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 36. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
A give, running right, Achane. And he'll get it inside the 35. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. Looking to pass. Tua. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Sanders' kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now out comes Houston. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Stroud. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Stroud out of the gun here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards that time for number 14.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On first down, here's Stroud. And a throw right sideline is complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. First and 10, it's Stroud. He's got it to Collins, complete. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Well, now how about this return? And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Here's Tagovailoa on first and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Tua going to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half, Stroud. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cam Smith. Still going inside the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break, all square. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get started with a good one in the NFC. Minnesota heading to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And it's the Vikings who are out in front. The Vikings locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this will be a Texans first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that answer.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Stroud on third down now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. And that'll bring up fourth down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. On first down, Tagovailoa. Out route to Hill, complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Second down and a yard. Play action. Now it's Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. That catch for his career's number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
He'll get this down to the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Throw caught by Achane. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. Up the middle, Achane. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. In on the tackle there, Brandon Smith. From the 23, here's second down and 5. Tua sets up to pass it. This one thrown underneath to Achane. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll run for it with Achane. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Texans offense set to regain possession. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive?
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well
Point
done.
A, B, and C.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Stroud. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And out come the Dolphins now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Hill going to go in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 3rd and 2. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Texans will take over. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Stroud to throw it. Over the middle, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Play action. Here's Stroud. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Here goes Stroud again. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Stroud. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now Stroud. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is good. And that's going to tie things at 20. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Miami set to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Back now here on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. 2nd down, this is Wilson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Tua. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Buying time to his left. And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A run straight ahead with Achane. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. So still time remaining here in this 4th quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tie game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and they will take a 7-point lead. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Stroud now on 1st and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
At the 23-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A huge play there for Houston. And even 50 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. The throwing again is Stroud. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Pierce. Touchdown, Houston. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On the handoff, it's Achane. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Tua now on 1st down. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now a 2nd and 6. Looking to pass. Tua. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. That is incomplete. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston set to take over. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. They will look for some important yardage on third down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run from HN.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game.
Throwing Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
What do you think? Play this safe? Just worry about getting to OT?
Yeah, don't make any risky throws. It's going to change the outcome. But if anyone slips, take the big shot.
Tua. He's got to complete to Waddle.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Tua.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tua.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DJ Reader picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. HN gets it from the gun. And he is going to be brought down. And now making matters more dire, this is going to be 4th down.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Stroud now.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Well, in overtime, I think Coach is always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number?
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Jalen Phillips able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And Stroud now to throw. Got his man, Dell. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud.
And that will be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And this one is right through, and they have regained the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
They'll give this to Achane. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And here's your ball game. Down 3 in overtime, but they're going for this thing on 4th down. Oh, what a juke into space. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That, the definition of a do-or-die play, but they keep this overtime session going with a 1st down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
That's to Waddle on the quick slant.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. Here's Tua. And his throw here's incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something. Everything magnified here in overtime. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now Tua. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. They wanted to avoid the dreaded 4th down and having to get a conversion or it being the final play. They picked it up, though, on 3rd. I love how you described that because we've been in those situations and seen it. If you get to 4th down, especially in overtime, things get a little shakier, don't they? The hands get shaky, right? The throw, if you're going to throw the ball, being able to run it, all of that coming down to one big play. Very nice of them and nice for them to pick it up on 3rd. On 2nd down, Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete. When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the 1st down sticks? Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking 1st down before he caught that football. Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a 1st down. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This to keep the game alive. The kick by Sanders is good. And we are tied once again here in the overtime session. Well, this one certainly has not lacked for intrigue. And let's keep playing. What do you say? Fine by me. I'm loving what we're seeing here. This is a heck of a game. And now, guess what? A kicker may decide it again, and the next one that does it wins it. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And now out comes Houston. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles. My palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the 3rd drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game. I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself. But let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing? Now a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Defense. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Stroud. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a 1st down blitz. You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield. And he comes back with one complete.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Stroud. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. Here's Stroud. Throw out wide is incomplete. I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it, because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 49.
Now Tua.
On target over the middle of the hill.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Here's Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Tagovailoa. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And it'll be a good time in South Beach tonight. The Dolphins have won the game.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves,